The following podcast is a member of the Pokecasters Network. Pokecasters Network, supporting Pokemon content creators, their shows, and the community of Pokemon fans. To find out more, check out PokecastersNetwork.com or find us on Twitter and Facebook.
What's going on, guys, and welcome back to episode 22 of Critical Hitmonlee. My name is Devin. I am your DM, GM, and everything in between, and joined with me, as always, is David.
Yeah.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Zach.
Yo.
And the boy Duff.
Hello.
So, last we seen our trainers, they went into Eric Nightingale's house, completely torn apart, papers flown everywhere, things broken in different places, and just in awe of the situation at hand. Clayton ended up seeing some spooky ghost boys, followed by a spooky ghost candle that proceeded to 8 lay spooky ghost boys. It took them relatively an hour in-game time to figure out how the bookcase worked. After that, they went down a flight of stairs, finding a secret underground lab that held a bunch of different types of machinery, and ended up meeting a friend along the way, a shiny little metal boy. As they proceeded to gather what information that they had and bring along their new companion, they headed upstairs, closed the bookcase behind them, and ran into a very familiar face, aka Nurse May. And she stated that your parents were taken. What do you guys want to do?
You have the floor, Eric. That's out of character.
As Nurse May is kind of just standing there in shock and awe, kind of just seeing you there.
Can I actually look if she has a reaction on her face to this thing that's on Eric's shoulder? Or is she just like trying to send information to us?
Make an insight check.
As they've been taken, where?
There was a colorful group of people that came by. They seemed to have wanted something from your parents. I saw them for just a brief moment as they were dragging them up north. What did you roll for insight, Theo?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20? She just looks more surprised to see... It just seems like she seems shocked to see Eric and you guys in here.
Okay. So I follow up to that then. With that response, does it seem like she might have been coming to this house for a different reason?
You have no idea.
Okay. Well, yeah, if she seems shocked, I guess that's where my mind would go then.
Yeah. But yeah, she's kind of just standing there, and after she let out that information to you, Eric.
Which way is north where? So they were drugging north. To, do you know, were they heading away from Teawater towards Woodhurst, or were they heading away towards Osco Town?
I don't know. They were going north, and she just kind of points in the general direction of north. Once they hit the tree line, I lost sight of them, and I'm no one to go traversing in the woods by myself.
Did they go down the path, or did they go off the path?
Off the path.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say they probably went to Lake Osco then, guys.
It wouldn't surprise me if they did. It's a hard decision as I kind of look to the rest of the guys. I'm kind of like, now we have to make the decision whether to go to Lake Osco and save my family, or my parents, I should say, rather, or continue doing the thing.
I would assume that if they came and got your parents, they want them alive. So they're probably okay for now. I just remember that the last thing that Father told us was to not Father, Dimitri told us, was to not fight them. If we fight them now, we will die.
Should we backtrack a little and bring this information back to the church? I'm sure since they're part of the church, they would want to try to help.
I don't know if they stay at that place, do they?
There's that. There's also the argument that we're the... well, you guys know what we are. That we might be responsible in order to save them.
I don't know.
I will say, like, right now, Eric is just kind of thinking things through, but he's still in pretty big shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, which, I mean...
Nurse May kind of is like, well, let's go ahead and get you out of here. Let's go back to the center and can relax, and we can get you guys a nice warm meal.
That would be lovely. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, come on. And she kind of begins to kind of make her way out. And as she's kind of walking you guys back, she kind of starts talking. She goes, Eric, this happened probably day, maybe 2 ago. I don't know. I've been crazy busy at the center. That we sent a Pidgey with a letter to your grandma's place, but apparently you kind of beat it to the punch. I'm sorry that you found out this way.
I guess I was bound to find out somehow. I guess it's better to see with my own eyes than anything else.
Well, you're taking it pretty well. But alright, come on, the center's just right around here. And she kind of rounds the corner of one of the small cottages, and you guys walk through the sliding glass doors of the center.
I will say, like, as we're kind of doing, I'm describing, like, my relationship to Aunt May. Wow. Nurse May. How my family works really closely with her, and how we could trust her.
So yeah, he kind of just says that, like, his parents worked at the Pokemon Center alongside with her. They were the head doctors, while Nurse May is mostly the assistant to them.
As we're walking, I don't know if we got the information. When did Eric's house get ramshacked? When did they get taken then? Was it the same day that you sent him the letter a couple of days ago, or was it before then?
Yeah, she said it was about a day or two ago, and then they sent out like the letter on the Pidgey almost immediately after.
Okay, that's yeah.
Okay.
And as you guys walk in through the center door, she's like, go ahead and head off into the seating area. I'll get Slurpuff to bring us something good. And she kind of claps her hands, and you see the small little cotton ball kind of. And she goes, get them some soup. Let's go ahead and make sure that they're taken care of. And kind of just and sticks out its very large tongue and kind of bounces towards the back. Please sit. Anything I can get you to make you more comfortable?
No, but go ahead.
I was just saying this is plenty, so go ahead.
I was gonna say, is there any way I can see what you have to sell around here?
Oh yeah, straight to business. Yeah, of course. And she kind of walks to the right side of the Pokemon Center, and kind of jumps behind the counter, and she kind of uncovers the glass case. You see 4 different types of balls there that are available for purchase. Potions, a different kind of like weird oblong container that's like completely blue. You see a very sharp claw, a beak, and then a like pink scarf.
What's that oblong thing in the scarf?
And she kind of pulls out the kind of awkward like oval container, and she goes, well, this is berry juice. It heals any wound, and it's quite pricey though.
Okay. And what about that scarf?
Oh, so this scarf, if attached and kind of wrapped around, it seems to give normal type Pokemon a boost to their damage.
Alright. I'm gonna look at those and then ask her about the 4 balls that are on display for purchase.
Okay. You notice one of them very quickly. One of them is a regular Pokeball.
Okay.
The other one is a blue ball with 2 red lines on the side. It's a great ball.
Right.
Next to that is I'll kind of just be very like vague about kind of like all this stuff, just to kind of give you guys a list instead of doing it all in her voice. So for purchase is a Pokeball, a Great Ball, Friend Ball, a Heal Ball, Potion, Berry Juice, a Quick Claw, Sharp Beak, and a Silk Scarf.
How much is the Great Ball and the Friend Ball?
So one Great Ball is 35 Pokken, and the Friend Ball is 70 Pokken.
Kind of one of those.
Man. Alright, well... Can I get... What about 2 Great Balls? Does she have 2 or does she only have these 4?
Oh yeah, she's got multiples of these things.
Okay, well, so the Great Ball is 30 Pokken?
35.
35? Okay. So that would leave me... Okay, so I'll just get 2 of those then.
2 Great Balls?
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
Go ahead and add those to your inventory and take away the $70.
Yep.
70 Pokken. Anything else that you might need? Or if you want information on what everything else does?
You said that just between, us, since I'm up here asking her, you said they were drug away, his parents. They were taken away.
Yes.
Were they... Did it look like they were taken by force? Or did they leave willingly?
Definitely by force.
Okay. Did you happen to overhear anything they said?
I didn't. It seems like they were knocked unconscious, when being drug away. But, there was definitely more of them than there were when they left.
More of them than they left.
But, yeah, they got carried away by this big, brooding, kind of hulking beast of a man.
Bald?
He had a shaved head. It wasn't bald. But he wore like a red kind of t-shirt that was very skin tight, but with the sleeves of it ripped off, and just plain blue jeans with thick boots. And he kind of had like a buzz cut, and that kind of came to a point out in the front.
Doesn't sound like the guy that we know. Alright. Well, I guess that's really all we can ask from you for information. I mean, if you know anything else, or can think of anything that might help us figure out as to why they needed them.
I'll add in too and ask her, is there some kind of police or anyone looking for them to try to rescue them?
Oh, yeah. The officers at the station are doing whatever investigations that they can. A group of them went up north to see what they can find. They had their Stoutland with them to see if they can track footprints or any sort of smell that they might have given off. But, that was just about a day ago.
So do you think they would have more information if we went and talked to them then? Or?
Maybe. I mean, it could really be anything. They could come up with completely nothing, or, find it, or you may not even be able to find them. I really don't know. All I know is that they went off.
it pains me, like it pains my character because he wants to help, but he also doesn't want to get anyone killed.
Yeah.
If Dimitri really thinks that we will die at the state that we're at, after talking to the father, I don't think we should go.
Yeah. Definitely need to get stronger at
We-
least.
We could definitely, I guess, hint the enforcement that might be able to do something with direction on that. There, there's a base at Oscar that they probably got taken to, and I mean that's probably gonna be a lot of help. And then
Yeah,
maybe
but
even
we gotta find those people, so we gotta do that after this.
If I may say, I wouldn't recommend, you young kids going off and trying to do this yourselves. The guy was pretty big.
We met a guy in Lake Oscar that was pretty big too. He, same group that attacked us. He put a hurting on us, on a lot of us, by himself. I don't think we plan on going and fighting him by any means, but those are Eric's parents, so if we could tell anyone that could help them, if you know of anyone that's still in town, we'll let them know some information.
I may know of somebody, but I have to keep that information to me private. You just have to trust me on this.
So we just need to give you the information?
I'll spread it to where it needs to be.
Okay.
uh,
Oh, no.
okay.
You can say it.
Can I do an insight here?
Well, that's not what I was going to say. I was going to talk about what we were talking about before. But, I was like,
yeah, you
work
can
that in
insight
quick.
check, yeah.
Well, I'm just going to straight up tell her regardless.
That's a 14. Yeah.
She has no
Figure out.
reason to lie to you or why you'd think otherwise.
Like I said, I would tell her regardless because she's helped me before. So
Yeah. I mean,
I'll tell
I
her-
think the more people knowing the location of Aftermath, whatever.
So we'll tell her about Lake Osco and how we know that there is a base under the lake. We cannot tell you how we know that. You'll have to trust us on that.
I'll pass this information along.
All
She
right.
goes, now, just let the authorities take care of it, and my friends, and you just take on the gym challenge as usual and become great trainers. She kind of gives you like a half-hearted smile.
With that, I'm gonna approach and be like, on a lighter note, are you good with Pokemon?
I'd like to think so.
Okay. Well, I have a Pokemon that is freaked out every time that I bring it out of the ball. And if you have any pointers on how I might be able to kind of calm it down, even if I maybe let it out and have you see if you can talk to it and see if it stops freaking out.
Oh, that also reminds me.
I would say being nice to it, letting it know that it's in a safe place. Just having an open communication with Pokemon usually help out quite a bit.
But Pokemon are normally, like, okay with being around you, is what you're saying?
Typically.
I release Trico.
Yeah, and as it comes out, no, I'm just kidding. It just starts panicking. But you can see he's kind of like holding his hands kind of closed and kind of shaking profusely,
Yeah.
and kind of just has like this like worry about him at all times. And she goes, "What did you do to this thing?"
I didn't do anything to it. What happened was a few days back, we were camping out, and I heard some scuffle going on. So me and my Pokemon went and saved this from a bunch of other ones attacking it, and it almost died. And we healed it and everything, but then I kind of just captured it. So now it's probably like super confused because I keep letting it out and then returning it and letting it out and returning it without it like really knowing anything. So like for a second I thought I was gonna
Yeah.
die. Then yeah, so
Well, you haven't gave it the opportunity to have it process anything that has happened.
we've been a little busy, to be honest. But yeah, I figured that was an issue. But that's why I was trying to find someone that might be good with Pokemon, aka
Yeah.
a nurse.
I mean, keep in mind that when you recall and use these Pokeball devices, whatever they are feeling or whatever emotion that they have when they go into the ball is exactly how it's going to be when they come out originally. It's like as if time doesn't pass within those capture devices.
Yes.
My
So-
advice, as this thing's kind of like sitting there like trembling at the knees, just keep it out of the ball for as long as possible. Talk with him, letting him know that you mean him no harm, and just kind of letting him adapt to his surroundings.
Would
Get familiar with you and his friends.
So like other Pokemon, yeah. So other Pokemon like in the party would be nice to have out with him too. Then
It could. I mean, it didn't hurt to try.
As this is happening and stuff, I'll actually go ahead and let Wimpod out next to it. That way they can
As
shake
it
and
quakes
tremble.
in fear too.
That way they
Yeah,
can
they're
twin-
both like
they
almost.
can
They're
tremble
shaking.
together.
Yeah, it almost syncs up, and she goes, "Now that's just what that thing does."
Well, it might make it feel more comfortable, right? Like, I'm just-
But and oddly enough, it does. You see Trico kind of like looking down at the Wimpod, kind of just shivering, and kind of goes. He kind of just like looks down and kind of has the okay,
I'm not the only one.
yeah,
and then I'm gonna let out Morello also right in front of them.
yeah, and he just kind of like jumps back a little bit and just he stares, and the Trico kind of just is. It just kind of, he's still shaking, but not as, not often. You can see he's calmed down quite a bit, but he's just kind of processing everything.
Okay, be like Morello, be nice to him, but also kind of get to know him. So I'll leave him out.
Okay. Perfect.
And
Go ahead.
So, I do have a question for Nurse May, if everybody else doesn't have anything else.
Nope, nothing for her.
Yeah, of course, nothing for her. Nurse May. This might have, might be skipping my knowledge because I'm pretty sure I learned this at some point, but I don't really quite remember. As it is common knowledge that Pokemons have different states or evolutions. What about Scarlet?
You mean just the EV line in general?
Yes.
I mean, yeah, she has multiple possibilities. Why do you ask?
Well, I was wondering how you might go about going and having a singular type, like a singular, not like, how do I say this, kind of,
Going for a specific evolution.
yeah, going for a specific evolution over the others.
Well, the only way that you can make it a specific evolution is if you gave it a stone. Like, you can give it a fire, water, grass, electric, or just, you can give it a stone, and that means that, that's going to be definite to what she's going to turn out to be. But if you're looking for any of the other lines, like Espeon, Umbreon, that kind of deal, it would be more so either loving her and then having something happen during the daylight, or having her kind of treat you as like a cold shoulder, but it happens more so in the night. Those ones are kind of just a hit or miss.
I see. Okay,
It's not precise science, unfortunately.
I understand.
Did you guys have any more? And as she's kind of like talking, you can see Slurpuff kind of bouncing out. And behind Slurpuff, you see a rotund pink creature with an egg pouch kind of carrying a tray. And it's kind of just Chancy, and then puts it down on the table and just kind of sits there with its hands clasped and kind of eagerly awaiting for you guys to eat.
Yeah, I'll definitely take mine and distribute it to me and Blackout, and I'll even hand one to Machop.
Yep, there's enough human food and Pokemon food.
Nom nom.
And you see the Chansey kind of sitting there waiting to like hear your response.
It's delicious.
Chansey! And just kind of turns around and bounces away.
You said there's Pokemon food on there too?
Yeah.
I'm gonna release Eevee out.
Yeah, and Eevee or Scarlet comes out and begins nibbling away.
I'm gonna also give some to the little creature on my shoulder. Still.
Yeah, he kind of picks up the food and kind of holds it in his little goop hand and tosses it to the ground.
Rude.
I'm gonna tell Morello to take some of the food over to the Trico and like offer a friendship.
Okay. Yeah, as Morello kind of picks up a small little kind of like food, because that's the only thing he can carry. He kind of boings his way over and slowly presents it. Go ahead and let's get a persuasion check from Morello.
Oh, Morello, you god. Where's Morello? There he is. I love him. A persuasion? You're not persuasive, are you? It doesn't matter if you get a natural 20. Oh!
And Morello kind of offers up the food and kind of gives it the old baby doll eyes, like aww. And Trico kind of takes it and begins to eat, and you hear him go, and kind of chirps and smiles and very gingerly pats Morello on the head. And Morello begins to kind of boing away, and you can see Trico kind of shuffling towards the direction that Morello's going.
Solid. Finally, I can use this thing, maybe.
I'm gonna wait till everyone's done eating, and then
While we're snacking though, I'll like lean over to Eric, I guess, and be like, so your friend though, Aftermath was after that. I understand you trust Nurse May, but maybe we shouldn't have him out in the open if that's what they're after.
Where do you suggest I put him?
I don't know. I shrug and I guess look at it to see if it comprehended that as well.
Yeah, you see the Goop Boy kind of like looking around. He doesn't seem to be interested in what you guys are talking about, and you see him he's kind of looking off in different directions.
I kind of look over, like, kind of to my shoulder. I'm like, hey, little dude. How do you feel about being in a Pokeball? Can I understand what he means by that? Or get some...
It's hard because he has no face to give off an expression.
Right.
I mean, you can attempt an insight check.
I'll attempt it.
Dude, he's got to move around.
He makes
his
a
little
question
arms
mark with his
or
little...
something. Yeah.
With his goop.
With his goop, he makes a question mark. Okay, yeah, no, there's no fucking way.
What is it?
Oh, that's Scarlet's. It's natural too. I seriously doubt that's high enough.
Yeah.
Because even with that would be like a... Oh, I'd be an 8.
Not too bad, but yeah, you can't read him too well. I mean, it's a blob with a lug
Right.
nut on its body.
And he is
So-
preoccupied.
But yeah, because he doesn't even seem to be like when you were talking to it, he's still kind of like looking around, like whoa.
New world.
What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull out like a Pokeball. It hasn't been. I don't even know what has been assigned to me or not. But I'm gonna pull out a Pokeball and like kind of repeat it. Like, would you like to be in one of these? It'd probably protect you from some bad people.
Sounds like a yes to me.
Yeah, and as you're holding it, and you kind of already clicked the little, you already registered it to you. You can feel the ball in your hand shaking.
Ball's metal.
That's what I'm thinking, but I'm just like,
Can you make a dexterity saving throw for me?
Oh God.
"Wow,
This
this is
advantage.
interesting."
Oh God.
You want to be in a Pokeball? I don't know.
What'd you get?
A 12.
12? Yeah, it kind of just slips out of your hand and just... Go ahead and roll a D100 for me.
I thought I was gonna eat the Pokeball. And it's like, what happens whenever the Pokeball is inside the Pokemon?
It just eats the Pokeball.
It's
Kind of
magic.
smack him in the lug nut, and he's like... as he gets...
That's a 63.
63, yeah, as it... Ball shakes once. Shakes twice. And all of your Pokeballs begin to glow a white hot color.
I am going to push push the button to send them away on the
Which one?
punk.
Oh,
On Punk? Yeah, as you...
and the last monkey.
It kind of
falls.
just disappears in a blinding light. And they all stop glowing.
That was not how I was planning to catch it, by the way.
Dude.
Hey man, you bring too close.
Bro, that makes me scared if someone else later would have brought a ball out, bro. Be like, whoops.
Well,
Your Pokemon.
on that note, that was great. I registered one of the great balls, and I just pointed the Machop and I'm like, ready for a second round, and I just bop him in the head.
He goes,
Uh,
go ahead and roll your
How
D100.
savage, bro.
This is a great ball. I don't know if that matters. Okay,
It definitely does.
that's an 87.
All right. Give me one sec. Yeah, ball shakes once, shakes twice, shakes three times, and it kind of stops on a tilt for a sec.
Every time. I hate doing this every time.
And your balls begin to glow a white hot color.
Let me see.
He's gonna be so mad at me.
I'm gonna go ahead and send. Man, I really do enjoy Gluttony.
You're next to a PC, dude.
I know. I'm gonna go ahead and send. I'll send Machop to the PC for now.
Okay.
I still need to talk to Gluttony about something.
And disappears into a blinding white light. And Nurse May is just standing behind the counter the whole time and goes, interesting.
Eric's just sitting there like, that happened.
Hey, mine was either gonna happen this way, or I was gonna take it outside and we were gonna battle.
All right, so well, it's getting kind of late. I bring out some blankets and pillows for you folks. And yeah, if you guys need anything, just let me know. And she kind of walks towards the back to grab supplies for you guys.
Wait, so what time is it?
It's getting like 5 to 6. You guys were in there like almost all day.
The PC area?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
like
okay.
within
We're-
like the
the
house.
lab and shit.
Yeah, like doing your entire searching, and because you guys got transport here probably about 10, 11 o'clock. You guys did, your little search around the house, and then it took you guys a little over an hour just to figure out how to operate the bookcase. And then with like after all that, getting food, so it's approaching about 5, 6 o'clock at night.
Okay.
With that, I am going to release out. I guess my newly caught Pokemon.
Mhm.
So, gotta figure out a name for it.
I'm gonna release all my Pokemon, wrap up in my gluttony snuggle blanket,
We're inside a PC area.
snuggle up to my gluttony blanket, as I say a second time, and then proceed to just conk out with all 3 of my Pokemon.
Yeah, as you kind of begin to do that, Nurse May comes out and goes, "If you wouldn't mind putting away most of your companions, prefer to only have one out, just in case anything happens. I don't want to be held responsible for anything like that."
So I'm just sitting there, like, snuggled in there, like... or... You see the red beam take gluttony and tranquilizer away, and as I just flop to the ground.
And just
With that, I kind of sigh as well. I'm like, we'll talk a little bit later, buddy. I kind of bring in the new one back into his ball. I feel kind of bad for doing that because I didn't realize that was something.
just a roller coaster of emotions right now for him.
But I kind of lay down, kind of put the blanket over myself, and kind of pat my lap for Scarlet to come over as I kind of scratch her ears.
And I'm gonna bring back in Morello, and then kind of do a similar thing. Beside me, I'll just kind of pat, see if Trico will come over, and sit beside me while we sleep.
Okay, Pokemon handling check.
Please.
I am good at those.
Mockery at it.
I will help you.
That is a 12.
He starts to make his way over, and then when you pat, it seems to startle him a little bit. But he sits near you, but not next to you.
Baby steps. So good.
Anything else anybody wants to do before?
I have
Nice.
a couple things. First, I guess I'll look through the door. I mean, since it's still afternoon, or I mean not afternoon. It is still evening, but I'll go over to Eric and be like, "Well, I know that was a lot to take in, but I'm curious how you're." I mean, we talked to Nurse May about letting the others handle it, but I'm curious how you feel. Are you alright with leaving your parents in others' hands?
I'll be honest, I'm kind of not. It's taken every bit of me not to go running out into that forest shouting for my parents. And not to, fight my way to get them back. But I also have to stand back and realize that, I have no experience with these people. I have no idea where I'd begin to fight these people. Whereas you guys have, and from what I've heard, they're not exactly the easiest bunch to handle. So there's that. And there's also Dimitri's warning saying that if we just go on raw emotion that we'll end up dead. I think at this point I have no choice but to trust others until I'm ready to take on Team Ambush.
Aftermath.
I don't know why. I just drew a blank on the name.
They might as well be ambushed. They've ambushed us like 6 times.
You're just Strad. It's fine.
But I think what I think we'll be there. I hope that my parents will be freed sooner than we have to go and save them, but
I kind of nod, like taking in what he's saying, kind of in an understanding way, I guess, and be like, well, maybe we could talk about this as a group later as we're going, and maybe we'll find bits and pieces of things we can do that maybe we can help others search for them too, more than what we've just done. I'm sure that could put you a little more at ease.
that'll definitely help. It's kind of funny. Before I met all of you guys, I was never even focused on being a trainer or learning how to gather Pokemon or anything. All I wanted to do was just help Pokemon and heal them. It's funny now that I met you guys that I'm starting to become wanting to become more and more like a champion alongside you guys.
It's a good goal to have.
To improve my Pokemon and to, in a sense, rid the world of evil and restore the balance. As cliche as that sounds.
I kind of put my arm over his shoulder, I guess, and have a little, like, hey, I get you, man.
We both lost our parents.
Character development!
And then black and white lights shoot us across the room from each other.
It's like, no.
Yin and Yang starts spinning in front of us.
Enter into the distortion world. What?
After,
What?
I guess, a little bit of character development with Eric, then I'll, turn over the other three and be like, I don't know how long we were going to stay here, but I guess I'm going to go see if, walk around and see if I could ask, see if the trainer school's still open, and then I'll be back.
Night. And I just grab Blackout and sprawl on the couch or wherever the heck we're sleeping. Just
Yeah, it's pretty much just the couch.
Go ahead.
I was going to say I'm going to kind of work on me and Evie's friendship. Kind of like playing with her, talking with her, that sort of thing. Me and Scarlet.
Cool. Clayton? Keep messing up. No, you're good.
I'm gonna do the same thing as Lucas and just kind of go to sleep early, so you get up earlier tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right on. And Theo, you said you're heading out to check on the trainer school?
Heck yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as you make your way out of the center, the sliding glass doors of it open. You make your way across town. It takes you about 10-15 minutes to kind of get to the trainer school itself. And you walk up those marble steps with the 2 Pokeballs sculptures at either side and walk up the steps to the door. And you see a very large sign on the other side of the door that says, "Temporary closed. I apologize. Kind of. Abigail."
God, that's awesome.
I know.
Alright, I take that as it is. Part is going to sleep. I could probably investigate that a little more in the morning.
Okay.
Before I go out and rest, though, what I'll probably do is around if there's not like a tree or something around the PC center, then just lean up against the wall or something. And I'm going to spend a little bit of time digesting more into the journal and reminiscing a little bit on Daddy-O and reading his memos.
Perfect. Yeah, let's go ahead and get a quick... Let's just do a general wisdom check.
Sure. It is that's a good shit, dude. 22.
Yeah. You get deep into his research. you start reading about how he was so close to finding this rare breed of fossil from like old and ancient times. He thinks that this fossil generally came from the Nestim Mountains, somewhere deep within its core, and lived hundreds of thousands of years ago around in the Nestim Mountains. And he believes that parts of this fossil could be at the bottom of Coal Lake, because bits of the Nestim Mountains kind of break off from like the magma and stuff like that and drift down into Coal Lake, and it literally creates coal at the base of Coal Lake, hence how it got its name. So like runoffs from Nestim Mountains kind of created Coal Lake. And that's pretty much what you generally get from there. But yeah, he says that there is a rare fossilized Pokemon that he believes is there. And then he mentions I can't even pronounce my own city names. Nkookum City. How they stuck to a more traditionalized kind of group, and they're firm believers in worshiping fossilized Pokemon. And you see like a passage being like, I need to make my way there to find out more.
All right, sure.
Cool. So yeah, as you delve into those, you're kind of like, wow, this is super cool, but can't keep my eyes.
Long day, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I
sleep on
imagine
the
I
kitchen.
just have this memo out here, and sleep falls next to me, and Trapinch is just. Oh, I am Wimpod, dude. They're just.
Yeah, they're just
next to me.
chilling.
Oh yeah.
Just kind of as you pass out. But the next day happens. You guys have full night's rest. You guys are up lively. You hear roosters crowing in the background. What would you all like to do?
Wake up.
I went to sleep a little later, so I'm imagining they'll wake up and walk out and see me asleep out there. So.
Oh yeah.
Wake up. Scratch my brain. As he wakes up.
Yeah, and he kind of goes to nip at your hand and realizes you and goes, oh, my bad.
And then I'm gonna look at him and be like, want to get some food?
And kind of just shakes and she's like, yeah, sure.
Alright. Just mosey on over there.
Yeah, and Nurse May has made Java and donuts.
Ooh.
Wow.
Breakfast.
Just the old mouth unhinged. Drop his in there. Drop mine and me.
Mm-hmm.
Both stand up triumphant and happy and ready to go for the day.
There you go.
I assume if nobody else is up, I'm probably going to walk over and smack them on the leg or kick them in the leg and be like, wake up.
Yeah, I'm up.
Yeah, Clint's probably up and going, but yeah, you kind of give Theo a good little nudge.
Hey,
Zach.
smack him in the head. Hey. You awake?
Wait, so they're going out to hit me?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh.
I mean,
walk out.
because it's a glass door, so they can like see.
Okay. Yeah, I shake up, immediately, like, look around, like, where am I? And then look down to make sure that book's still sitting next to me.
Untouched.
Then I'll, stuff it in my backpack, stand up and be like, oh, hey, morning.
Morning. I got some donuts and some Java in there if you want some.
Just nod my head and, I'll go eat. Let's go.
I
There you
guess
go.
I'll just kind of mosey around town while everyone else gets ready. They can find me. I'm not going to mosey too far away.
Yeah, like
If you want to mosey somewhere, I have planned somewhere I want to go.
Perfect. Me and
Eric,
that man will mosey.
are you doing
together.
anything?
I'm going to be heading towards the Hively Honey Dispensary.
Cool. Perfect.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, dude, bro.
Wait, this would be perfect. That dude promised me a battle.
I mean, you might not find what's her name there, though. I mean, it's
I know.
Going to camp.
I know. I'm going there for.
He's going there for strictly
all right.
Honey reasons,
informatic,
of course.
informatic
Yeah.
reasons.
Yeah,
Eric,
pretty much.
He's
I assume
taking,
yeah.
he's
I
taking
assume-
priority elsewhere.
Yeah.
Theo.
Yeah. I'll mention to the other two, like, hey, I know I had a question for Abigail, and I think someone else did too, but it seems like the trainer school's temporary closed. I say questioningly. Like, might check into that, but I mean, for now, I don't really have much else. Kind of just going through. I'll just go with maybe you, Clayton. Where was Lucas going again?
I'm going with Clayton.
Going with Clayton.
Oh heck yeah, dude! It's a group trip.
Except we're gonna
Eric.
leave. Okay, Eric.
And
Hey,
unless
Eric, do you have any plans?
I was mostly just gonna like just work with Scarlet. So I guess I'll just go with the party and just do that.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
group trip.
word.
So yeah, as you guys make your way over to the Hively Honey dispensary, see a ton of workers. Looks like they're pulling up and in for work for the day. They all kind of wear gray jumpsuits as they all kind of begin filing in one by one to the
I
factory.
wanted to see if there's like an actual like office or like a front area, so like we're not just going into the factory area. Is there like a?
Yeah, there's like a small side building. It looks like that a person or two may work in, but it's very
I didn't know if
small.
there's gonna be like offices where it's like where you can just go in and like get information and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's like a small little like I guess you would call like just enough for like a secretary,
That's what I was
maybe
looking
like
for.
a
Yeah,
manager's office.
exactly.
Yep. And so yeah, you walk in.
And then what do I see? We see. I guess.
So, behind a desk, almost as soon as you like walk into like this space, it's very cramped and crowded. You see a very large counter, and behind all you see is a head of hair, and it just seems to be like stacked and like woven like and twirled up into like a very high thing. The overwhelming smell of hairspray kind of just takes over you, and all you hear is and the sound of gum popping as he goes. Welcome to the Hively Honey Dispensary. My name's Stephanie. How can I help ya?
So, a while back, we ran into some people out near the Honeydew Forest, and
It's very vague,
well,
sweetie.
let's see. So it was. Can I roll to remember the names? Because I know one was James. I can't remember the other guy.
Oh, I
What
got
was his
notes.
name then? Theo.
Must have
I'm gonna look at
got
you guys and be
him
like,
already.
there was James
No.
and Penny and who was everyone else? Lou.
I gotta find my notes, guy. Alright, give me a second.
Yes, I'm very familiar with that
Okay.
group. What can
Is
I
there
do you
any way
for?
that I can like get in contact with them? Or like, do they have a? Do you know if they have like a Pidgey coop there that, or a way to like drop off mail?
Let's see. Hold, please. And you hear like thumbing through paper. And like you haven't even seen this woman face to face. Like she's just behind a counter. All you see is like a mound of hair. And she just kind of. And you hear the gum kind of popping, once or twice, and minute passes by. 2 minutes
And look at the
passes
guys
by.
and be like, I don't know. It's
She goes, well, dear, to tell you the truth, they actually just left a couple days ago. It looks like they just came back to drop off a few things. And, it looks like that they did bring a walkie-talkie. But, I personally don't have any, way of getting a hold of them for you. It's something that you're going to have to just, wait till they come back, dearie.
so if I send mail to T-Water, if I like go off and send mail to T-Water, would they be able to get it?
Absolutely. We send the mail person from here every day to check just in case.
Sweet. So then I just have to put the name of the person, and they'll know that
Yes, and just make sure that it's addressed to the Hively Honey here in Seawater, and whoever you get is gonna get it.
Okay, thanks. That's what I wanted to know. So I'm gonna look at you guys. Is there anything you wanted to know?
I'll ask a general question to Stacy here. Be like, so
Stephanie.
Stephanie, shit.
I have to bleep that out, hater.
Short brain, man. All right. I'll say so. In the location near the honeydew forest, is that the only place that you guys get your honey, or is there others around here?
Most of the time, our general manager mostly kind of dictates of where they go. It all depends on the migration of the bees.
Well, I mean, the place we were at, I mean, those bees are kept at a housing area. Do they move around then where different pollinations are?
It's just one of the more popular areas to where that they're at most of the time. But they are located all over the region here, Dole.
Dole.
All right. Not an
She
affirmation.
gets you.
All right. All right.
Any other questions that I can help you out here about the Hively Honey Dispensary?
No,
Nope.
I think
don't
we're
got
good.
it.
Thank you for your time, ma'am. Sorry to bother you.
Oh, that's okay. Ta-ta. See you soon. And you can kind of see like a small hand reach up and kind of wave you off. And she's just got real painted fingernails.
I like your nails. We slowly back up and leave.
Thanks, I got them done. And she kind of shut the door already.
I'm gonna look at her and be like, well, not what I was expecting to happen, but I got the info I was wanting, so now I know I can at least get in touch with Penny, so I need to go write a letter.
I knew that's
He
what
gave
this
it
was
away.
about.
He gave it away.
I need
I'll
to
look
inform
over
her
it.
what happened, man. I said I would keep in touch.
Wait.
There's so much stuff to let her know.
Yeah, I'll look over at Clayton and be like, I wanted to write a letter too. Maybe I'll go with you.
Probably had to the Pidgey Coops, I guess. Yeah.
Lean over to Lucas. I'm like, who's Penny?
She's this really
Don't hear
nice
that.
girl. You know, just
Yeah.
privately. She's this really nice girl, and Clayton really hit it off with her, and they about the same age. So we trying to help him get together with that. So, but I'm not very good at it, as you could see from the last time I tried to talk to a lady. But we tried.
Okay. I think I have just a trick. Scarlett, you in with me?
She's not here right now.
I'm just saying, like, you in on this?
Oh yeah,
She nods along eagerly.
perfect.
That's my girl. I give her a few scratches.
Definitely kicks.
Where they head back to kind of look at try and write a note or whatever. I'm just gonna kind of mosey on through the town and just see if I don't find anything interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna join Lucas on that.
Woo, split the team.
Cool. So are you guys actually going to go write the letters right now?
Yeah, I think so. We'll probably head, because they have a Pidgey Coop here, so for sending letters, right? And I imagine there's where you
Yep.
can get writing stuff
Paper.
included.
Yeah, all their postage stuff is all free.
Okay, I figured. Yeah, so we'll probably head to the Pidgey Coops.
Yeah, dude, I'll spend a few minutes in
Yeah.
there. Let's get that shit out.
Yeah, you begin walking around town, following the signs that point to Teawater Pidgey Coop this way. You come to a very tall building with a window at the very, very top where you see some birds kind of fly in and out kind of constantly and behind the counter you see kind of a black-haired gentleman with a green apron on and a falconer's glove over his left hand. He goes, "How's it going? How can I help you?"
Hello. We're wanting to send some mail to people.
Yeah. Where are you sending it off to?
Oddly enough, I'm sending it here, kind of. But it's going to be someone that's from the Hively Honey Dispensary, but they're off right now, so I just kind of want to leave it here so they can pick it up whenever they get back.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, that's something easily enough we can do.
Okay.
And then I'll say mine will be going to the Puffins a Ton Bakery in Ivywood.
Yeah, perfect. As soon as you guys are ready and have your notes, just seal it up, and I will get it off to where it needs to be.
Okay. So.
And if you guys want, you guys can send me over privately what you guys want to say.
Okay.
And we can talk about it in the post show.
Okay, that works too. Cool.
All right.
That sounds fun.
Cool.
Perfect. And
Yeah.
what are y'all looking for specifically?
You know me. You
Is
know,
anything?
I'm looking for anything more along the Pokemon type, but some dude comes.
You have to go out of the town for that.
Darn, there's none just roaming around the town.
Find a trainer to fight.
No, I mean you
Find
see
a
like a bunch of miscellaneous birds and stuff kind of flying overhead. They're flying so high though that you can't even get a good read on what they are.
Well, I'm okay with like going out a little bit, but I don't want to go too far out in the.
It would be pretty. It'd be a ways.
Dang.
Dude, just
Well-
have that friendly battle. There you go.
I mean, yeah, that's always an option too. That's up to you though. I'm always down for a battle.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind.
Although I
Everybody
don't
beat
Training
think-
in somehow.
I don't think I can fight that big snake you got going on there. There's a
Body
chance.
smash.
Yeah, there's a chance that won't go too well. So, how about we do? How about we just do a 2-on-2? Your 2, and I'll bring out my 2. I will not be using gluttony for this because I still don't know what that thing can do, and I'm afraid it might eat someone.
That would be funny though.
That would not be funny. Don't you ever say that.
I would be so sad if that was Scarlet.
Yeah.
So if you guys want, what we can do is we can actually roll initiative and play out the battle, or we can have you guys make checks to determine the outcome of the battle.
It's up to you, man.
It's 1 to save time, and 2 to prevent any like serious injury to your Pokemon, to where you guys don't have to run back to the center and then
Yeah,
Kinda
I kind of
figure
agree with
out.
that.
I'll kind of
Okay.
just do it.
Just to see, in a sense, who wins. There's really no, like... It really is just bragging rights.
Right.
We're doing a battle check.
So let's go ahead and get let's just do contested Pokemon handling checks. Seem fair enough?
Yes.
Ooh, this should be interesting.
All right,
Right.
let's go ahead and get the first rolls.
All right. What'd you get? 14. It's not even a joke.
So yeah, as your guys'
Rolled it
so
at
who
8.
exactly are you guys using?
I'm using Blackout and Tranquilizer.
Okay,
Oh, I should say I'm using Meltem and Scarlet.
perfect. So as your allies hit the field, you guys are pretty neck and neck throughout most of it. Tranquilizer kind of taking to the air and kind of diving into Meltan a little bit, and Meltan seems to be absorbing most of these hits, but seems to be coating himself in like this kind of weird liquid ooze across his body. And Blackout kind of igniting his claws in this purplish blue flame, kind of running at Scarlet and kind of nicking her along the side of the chin. Let's go ahead and get another set of checks.
I promise that I will try and make it so he doesn't leave a scar on your Scarlet. I can next guarantee anything.
Scarlet. I rolled a 10.
Ooh.
Well, I got an 11 plus 4, so...
Yeah, and with that, you can see Blackout kind of just not holding back and kind of just having this like unkept rage kind of about him as he's kind of just in the heat of the moment and kind of just it doesn't burn but every time you see him kind of like ignite his claws, you kind of like itch at your chest a little bit.
I felt that. Whoops.
And yeah, with that, both Meltan and Scarlet do fall.
I walk over and I give both my Pokemon a big hug and a high five. and I imagine that I want to believe they don't fight it, but they probably will a little bit, just because that's how all my Pokemon are.
Tranquilizer doesn't fight it, really. He tries to play it off like he's fighting it, kind of to impress Blackout. But he gives in. But Blackout's just like, dude, stop. What are you doing? Stop this. No. We agreed on this.
Exactly, we didn't agree on nothing.
And so, yeah, with that, we'll say you guys kind of head back to Nurse May, mend any wounds that need to be taken care of. And I'm assuming you guys are all kind of meeting up on the in the center of town.
Yeah.
I kind of release Scarlet and kind of give her a bit of reassurance.
Oh yeah.
While
she's
we're
good.
at the post office, just like general talk of town, I might as well ask why trainer school's temporarily closed. Maybe they know that.
Yeah. The man behind the counter kind of just like, I don't really know. I don't pay too much attention with the trainer school. I'm here full time. I live here practically. You know, I haven't heard anything. Usually people don't talk to me. They just hand me letters and go about their way.
A sad life of a postman.
A sad life.
Right. Well,
Views and
glad
views.
you'll be able to get my letter out, and then I'll like give him a smile and leave.
Yeah, absolutely. No worries. Take care.
All right.
Yeah, and you guys all meet up in the center of T-Water.
All right. I think we're all good to go now, right?
I
I think so.
All right. I point onward to Woodhurst. Me and Gil will both point in that general direction. Probably the wrong direction, but then we get corrected.
It's relatively in the right direction. Before you guys do leave, any last minute switches, party changes, let me know.
Do I want to keep this? You know what? I'm going to do something that I haven't done yet. I think I'm going to switch out Morello. And I know I'm getting my baby in the PC. What am I doing? And I'm going to bring out Ace. So I'm going to have Ace, Trico, and Orin.
Got a one.
Right on.
Going with the heavy hitters, bro.
Yeah, I don't know how dangerous this is, so I'm going to bring out some of my... I mean, if I was with the heavy hitters, it would have been Ace, Scorp, and...
Dude, I don't have any power with me, man.
So, just for the listeners, let's start from the top and let everybody know who you're bringing along. Lucas.
All right, I got Blackout, I got Tranquilizer, and I got Gluttony.
Perfect. One more time for you, Clayton.
I have Ace, Trico, and Orin.
Perfect. Theo.
Yeah, we got Melody in the arms, we got Wimpod wimping behind me, and we got Sweetness giving all the care, baby.
Perfect. And last but not least, Eric.
We got the front line coming in with that's his name now. It's going to be Goop. Goop the Melton, running alongside Rock Snake Roko. And last but not least, Scarlet. With the
Right
cutest
on.
eyes in the goddamn world.
Heck
I
yeah.
don't know. I feel like
Wait,
it's
really?
debatable.
So as you guys make your way westward towards Route 105, you guys are just kind of coming out of the edge of the city, walking into some relative woods, but a little bit more open than what you guys are normally used to. What are you guys doing?
You know what I'm doing?
I'm joining him.
I'm searching real hard. You know exactly what I'm looking for.
I'm making sure my Trico's out, and I'm going to be giving him attention.
Yeah, you kind of walking behind you and kind of just looking around nervously, like all the time. Theo, what are you doing?
Theo's, I mean, he's got everyone out floating around him, kind of leading him along, but his head's kind of in the clouds. He's just still deep reminiscence on understanding with Eric stuff, where his dad still being around and the Giratina stuff. He's just kind of he's in a big process state of mind, just running it through.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and get some perception checks from the boys who are looking.
Okay.
I'm really, really Oh, I actually have okay with these.
20.
Oh,
Okay.
It's a 13.
13.
I wanted those rolls.
So yeah, as you guys kind of begin to look around, kind of just in the just overall, you guys do start hearing like the sounds, and it sounds like something like snorting almost, and then and like a couple and two things kind of colliding into one another, and you just hear as you hear one kind of hit the ground, and it seems to be coming just a little to the south.
Yep, that's obviously a Clefairy.
Nailed it.
That's what they do with the wild.
Heck yeah, brother.
Run into each other.
And yeah, it seems like if it was like wood or bone kind of clashing into one another.
I'm going, I guess,
Oh, okay.
alongside with Lucas. I'm gonna kind of peer in and see what's going on.
Well,
And you kind of come to a small clearing, and you see a small handful of these brown deers with like a ball for where their tail, and then these large yellow antlers that seem to kind of poke up, and you see two of them kind of squaring off with one another, and kind of just, and then they just clash, and horns kind of go throwing around everywhere, and one just gets kind of like tossed to the side. And as that one hits the ground, he kind of like snorts and begins to look around at the other deer that are standing beside. And it kind of looks like he's accepting challengers.
Yeah.
So that's probably just a normal thing. Probably an alpha male thing among Pokemon.
Wait, does this look similar to what was happening with the Trico whenever I interrupted them?
Make a nature check.
Was I interrupting a leader battle? You said nature?
Yeah.
That is a 14.
These things look completely different. The one that you saw with the Trico, it seems like they were just bullying him, because you noticed that your Trico was a lot smaller than the other ones. So it looks like that they were just tired. They were just beating him up because he was weak.
Okay.
This one seems to be a little bit more of like a ritual, and more of like kind of like what David was saying with like, this is the alpha male.
The alpha male. If there's going to be a new leader, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think there's anything to really worry about here.
Let Onyx become the new alpha male.
No, that's not how this works. You can't just drop an Onyx on all of our problems.
I mean, could.
I continue to search.
Cool. Yeah, as you guys kind of begin looking around, you see one of them that was kind of near where you guys were seems to kind of looks toward you guys as he's kind of just eyes glared.
He's giving us a mean look.
Yeah, he's kind of just staring at you.
I just kind of, I give the movement like to show that I'm not going towards them at all. So I just kind of move away from them, but like kind of worse.
Slowly back up with my hands up.
As you guys begin to back away, you see it kind of take its hooves and go, and it kind of starts to dig into the ground and just.
All right. Well, we tried. Blackout.
And as soon as Blackout comes leaping out in front of you, this thing just.
Onyx, right?
And that's where we're going to go ahead and end the episode.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Bagel Noob. I'm the host of Pokemon Go FM and the vice president of the Pokecasters Network. Now, I wanted to reach out to everybody to let you guys know about our upcoming charity event on Saturday, December 19th, that'll be hosted all day on our Twitch channel. This event is one that we're going to call our Charity Tabletop Extravaganza, and it's an all-day event starting at 10 a.m. Eastern, going into Sunday, the 20th. This charity event will star many of your favorite Pokemon and tabletop podcasters as a cast of Pokemon trainers, announcers, and judges at a world tournament hosted in Pokemon Black 2 and Pokemon White 2's Driftvale City. Our story will open on the top 8 as some of the world's toughest trainers compete to be the world champion. The trainers will not only have to face each other, but some very mysterious foes. So you, the fans and listeners, have the chance to influence the game. Now, you can do that in several different ways. You can do it by donating to give your favorite trainers advantage on their roles. You can do it by donating to help change the field in which the trainers are battling, much like in anime or Super Smash Bros. You can even donate to help trigger random events. In addition to using your donations to impact the game and story, you can also win tons of prizes. We have a lot of prizes for you guys. We have several $100s worth of Pokemon merchandise, including a plethora of really amazing merch from our sponsor, Giraffe Dice, who you can find on Facebook. Now, the best part of all of this is that all the proceeds go to helping sick children. So you can purchase raffle tickets and prizes, even if you cannot attend, and win some really great merch while doing good. So come, join us throughout the day. Bring your friends, bring some snacks, and bring your beverage of choice. Help us make a difference this holiday season and end this crummy year on a high note. And once the event is done, we'll upload the audio to our new Pokecasters Network podcast feed, where you can not only find your favorite shows, but additional content from our charity events and community events. You can find the feed on Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, and Spotify, and coming soon, we'll have it on iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and Amazon Podcasts. For more information, you can check out Pokecasters Network on Twitter, Facebook, PokecastersNetwork.com, or in our Discord channel. Thank you, everyone, and we hope to see you there.
Thank you guys so much for listening. If you want to chat about the most recent episode, be sure to join our Discord, which is linked on our Twitter at crit_hitmonthly. If you're liking us enough to want to support us with actual money, be sure to check out our Patreon at criticalhitmonthly. All one word. You gain access to our exclusive after show called In the Wild, where we talk about the most recent episode. But if all else fails, and that isn't something you can do, no worries at all. Just be sure to use the hashtag on any social media, hashtag criticalhitmonthly, so we can see how much support and love we are getting. Well, I better get going. See you in the wild, trainers. Bye!